Another question. This is Davina. Do you remember Davina? Davina Saraswati. Remember who this is? The English woman from Lloyd's of London? Yes? All right. She is a rich, eccentric woman. Davina says, how should we approach our work? Baba says, this is good on karma yoga. Not only yoga in the ashram, not only work in the ashram. Of course, Davina is talking about seva, or work in the ashram. But Baba expands that to mean any work. And one of the great areas of life is our work in the world. And there's a yoga, a way of understanding that allows that to be performed properly too. And Baba addresses that. He says you should get completely immersed in whatever kind of work you're engaged in. First, we have to examine our motives, our attitudes. We must decide what our objective is, the purpose of doing the kind of work we've decided to do. Reflecting on these questions leads to more basic questions. Who am I? What is the purpose of my existence? What is my relationship with the Creator? And this inquiry will lead to the discovery that you are His, that you belong to the Creator, that you should work entirely for His satisfaction. Work should be offered as a sacrifice to Him, and Him alone. It should be done with reverence. Work is its own reward. Doing work skillfully is an end in itself. While doing work, we should become completely one with it. If we work from a selfish motive, we become liable to self-deception. Work must be done without selfish motive, whether it is worldly work or spiritual work. In fact, there's no difference between worldly and spiritual, and this becomes clear when you gain right understanding. Before that, worldly and spiritual appear to be antagonistic. The world, which appears to be so diverse, which is perceived by us in various ways, full of agreeable and disagreeable things, sometimes favorable, sometimes unfavorable, this world is nothing but the expansion of the one Lord. And when your eye of wisdom is opened through meditation and through insight and through grace and through contemplation, you see that that's exactly true, that there's not such a thing as your spiritual life and your worldly life, that all of it is of one piece, and that the Spirit is speaking behind everything that happens, and always speaking, not sometimes and in some places, but everywhere is this. And this is what Bob is saying here. This is the understanding we should arrive at. The world is not an illusion, it is not Maya, nor is it a brief episode. The world is as real as God. So in a way, he's having a go at Vedanta. He's saying, because Vedanta says the world is an illusion. And Baba is saying, taking the Shaivite position, the world is real, the world is the play of God. But really, it's not against the Vedantic point of view. The Vedantic point of view is useful when it's handled the right way, but people use it the wrong way. They use it in the way it's not meant to. When you sit to meditate and you go inside, it's very good to use the Vedantic point of view. Let the world go. When you go in your meditation, you'll be attacked by the world. All the thoughts of the world and your brooding and your obsessions and this person did that and that person and your frustrations, all that. And it's good then to say the world's an illusion. Only the self is real, and meditate on the self. But when you're out in the world, the proper attitude to take with the world is it's all an unfoldment of God. Because if you think of it then as unreal, then you just become alienated from it. So use Vedanta when you meditate. Use Shaivism when you move around. You can also use Shaivism when you meditate too. That's a universal one. So he says, this world's not an illusion. This is the true knowledge of the nature of the world. If we are full of this awareness, we can work in the right spirit. All work is a way of serving the Lord. It is nothing but a divine yagna, ritual, fire ceremony. If we are full of such awareness, and if we have this attitude towards our work, we will always be able to do it in the right motive. and we will always be free from selfish motive. Take the case of water. How long have we been using it? We use water to wash our bodies, we drink it, we use it in so many other ways. Water has never complained. Water has allowed itself to be used by us without expecting anything from us, without making any demand on us. Take the case of air. How long have we been using it? Our very life depends on it. We take air in all the time. We can't live without it. Yet air does not ask anything from us. Air serves us in the most selfless manner. Take the case of fire or earth. They sustain us all with no selfish motive. And the same is true for space. So when earth, air, fire, water, and space do not expect anything of us, make no demands on us, why should we have any selfish motive? Why can't we work without selfish desires like those elements? That make sense? That's the problem, isn't it? We bring our own ego and our own selfishness to the game, and that actually creates suffering for us. This is also the essential message of the Gita. We have right to action, but not to its fruits. So while doing work, you should not seek any reward for yourself. You should not seek any fruits for yourself. Work should be done with skill, with intelligence, with understanding, with efficiency, but without expecting any reward, without seeking any selfish gratification. How can we apply that practically to our life? A lot of us here have involvement with work in one way or another. How do you hear that? What's he saying? What? Yeah, go ahead. Be in the present. Just do it. Yeah. It's an invisible thing. He's saying it's not something visible. It's just an attitude shift, isn't it? Yeah. As an opportunity. Yeah. So focus on being present to it and doing it in the moment, and letting the rewards go. Rewards are inevitable. You're always going to get the rewards of any work. You don't have to worry about that. Just do the work well, focus on it, and think of it as service, as an offering, and then it becomes that.